of this Mukta Purushas, Jivan Muktas, how they lived. So we always wonder how the Jivan Muktas, how they behave, how they talk, how they mix with people, all that we can see in Shivananda Maharaj, this book for Seekers of God. Every conversation Maharaj we read here, how it indicates, oh, this is how Jivan Mukta behaves. Jivan Mukta lives like this, interacts like this. The speciality of this you see. Small paragraph, he says, one cannot have that pure love and knowledge without the grace of the Lord. That pure knowledge and love one cannot have without the grace of God. And He graciously gives the devotion and knowledge. Unless otherwise He gives us graciously the devotion and knowledge. How can we get it? See? How can we get it? Impossible unless they on their own graciously gives that to us. That pure knowledge and devotion, unless they give, how will you get them? Beautifully says, you see, one cannot have that pure love and knowledge without the grace of the Lord. Everything is Krupa. Mukam karoti vachalam. Pangum langayate girim. Yat Krupa. Tamaham vande Paramananda Madhavam. Mukam karoti vachalam. Pangum langayate girim. Yat Krupa. Tamaham vande Paramananda Madhavam. Mukam, who is dumb, who cannot speak one word. Vachalam, he becomes voracious speaker. Pangum langayate girim. Who is? Pangum means what? Who is lame, who cannot walk, makes them cross mountains. Langayate girim. Yat Krupa. Krupa can do all the wonders. That's why he says, He graciously gives the devotion and knowledge. So one cannot have that pure love and knowledge without the grace of the Lord. Whatever we get, it's all given by God. The infinite grace of God. This is the supreme truth. If one is sincerely resigned to the Lord, he certainly becomes gracious. How to get the grace? It sells here. How to get that grace? If one is sincerely resigned to the Lord, he certainly becomes gracious. Simple. Certainly. If one is sincerely resigned to the Lord, Sharanagati. Sharanagati Bhava. See how beautifully says, how to get that grace? First he told, without grace of God, we can't get this pure bhakti and knowledge. How to get that grace? He says very clearly, if one is sincerely resigned to the Lord, he certainly becomes gracious. Certainly get the grace of God. Only way is Sharanagati. If he is sincerely resigned to the Lord, There was sincerity behind it. Sincere resigned to the Lord. But when you get to His grace, certainly He says, certainly He will be gracious. Condition is this, sincerely must be resigned to the Lord. Certainly we have the grace of God. How simple it is, you see. So sincerely resigned to the Lord. So represent grace. God will be gracious. He says, certainly God will be gracious to you. Only condition is be sincere in your efforts. When you sudden sincerely, Shraddha, sincerely be resigned to the Lord. So certainly He will be gracious to you, He says. Oh, promising, you see. Certain, no doubt about it. Certainly you will get the grace of God. Be sincere. Shraddha. With the Shraddha, it will happen. You see how beautifully He says. And He says, you may wander all over the world. You may visit all the holy places. What He says. But without His grace, nothing can be accomplished. See? Oh, beautiful. You may wander all over the world, not only India. All over the, you may wander all over the world. Huh? You may visit all the holy places. Visit all the holy places in the world, in India. All the holy places you visit. What beautifully He says. You may visit all the holy places, but without His grace, nothing can be accomplished. Beautiful statement. Without His grace, nothing can be accomplished. Go to all the holy places in the world. Going on, go on and on. Without His grace, nothing can be accomplished. How to get the grace? Be sincerely resigned to the Lord. See. So simple to get the grace. We need to round about all the holy places in India. But what important is, be sincerely resigned to the Lord. Certainly we get the grace. How beautifully Maharaj explains. You see how simple it is. That is why I say to the boys at the monastery, when they visit, when they insist on going here and there, what he says, my children, where would you roam about? Be resigned and stay at the threshold of the master's mansion. He beautifully advises. Where would you roam? Be resigned and stay at the threshold of the master's mansion. Nothing else will be necessary. With the grace of God, nothing else is necessary. Be resigned at the mansion of the Lord. See? This is about Sharanagati Bhava. So Gita says, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tva Sarva Papebhyo Mochayishyami Ma Shuchaha. Simple. So essentially resigned to the Lord. Certainly he will become gracious, you see. Oh, Maharaj says. Get the grace of God so easy. Never they need to turn about all the holy places all over the world.
person is
So it is this only. Sincerely resigned to the Lord. Certainly God will be gracious. Certainly. Simple way how to get the grace of God. Huh? What is needed is sincere resignation. Again he says. Essential need is resignation to the Lord, lotus feet of the Lord. And he means sincere resignation, the lotus feet of the Lord. How simple it is. We too are resigned to Him. We too are resigned to Him. He has graciously given us enough and is still giving us more and more of that knowledge. Why? They have resigned to the lotus feet of the Lord, sincerely. And he says, He has graciously given us enough and He is still giving us more and more of that knowledge. Why? Because they are sincerely resigned to the Lord, lotus feet of the Lord. How simple it is.